All right, in three, two, one. Welcome back to Toyota Sports Talk. It is always great to catch up with a familiar face. We go way back to our high school days, joined now by Arlington native, Yorktown High School grad, and current student athlete at Stanford University, Tori Husk. Tori, good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm so proud of you. Amazing World Championships in swimming out there in Budapest, Hungary. You're home now. Tell me about that meet because you had a fantastic meet.
Yeah, the meet was really fun. It was really tiring for sure. 8 days for a meet I think 8 days is the longest meet I've ever been to other than like the Olympics, but I wasn't swimming as many races then. So I was swimming almost every day here and it was really tiring, but USA Swimming has an amazing staff that really helped me with like my recovery and stuff like that. So I was able to get through it with them and also the team.
Well, you had an amazing performance because you're just the fourth U.S. woman ever in World Championship history to win 6 medals. I mean, that's pretty impressive, Tori. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do it again without the team. 3 of those medals were, I think 4 were relays. And so it was like I obviously wouldn't be able to like get medal without them. And USA Swimming is just like an incredibly supportive team. And you know that when you're stepping up for those relays and you have that black cap on at night, that you're representing more than yourself. You're representing your country and your teammates back at home, and then also all your teammates there. And this group of people was one of the most special teams I've been on. And I feel like even though I've only been on 2 trips, even the seniors and all the older people on the team were like, this team this year is really special, and you could just like feel it.
Yeah, so you had a gold medal and an American record in the 100-meter butterfly. You had gold in 4 relays, as you mentioned, bronze medal in the 100-meter freestyle, and you also set an American record in the semis in the 50 butterfly. Tell me about those American records, because the medals are nice. Records are even nice too.
Yeah. The 50 fly, I literally had no idea what the record was. I was just swimming it. I don't really train for the 50 fly because it's an Olympic event, so it's not really like my primary focus. So I didn't realize I had set the American record in that event in semis until I was being interviewed and they told me.
That's always fun. That's always a fun realization, right?
Yeah, I just didn't even know for that one.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a fun event and I just really enjoyed that. And then for the 100 fly, I was hoping that I could break my own American record again, because at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that I'm improving. Like, it doesn't really matter as much how I do compared to other people. I just want to make sure that I'm still improving and that I'm still getting better. So I'm really happy that I dropped time in that event.
You're coming off the Olympics. Obviously, for your first Olympics, I thought you had a really good showing, but I know you probably wanted to do more and be better. How much did that motivate you going into the World Championships to kind of build off that foundation from the Olympics?
It definitely motivated me a lot. It really hurts getting 4th, and by such like a small margin too. But I feel like it was good for me, although it was terrible in the moment. I feel like it really helped to motivate me this year, and it'll help to motivate me again in the future. And then another thing that really helps motivate me is the team. I feel like just having them around and having them work hard, and they don't even have to say anything. They just have to put in the work next to you and push you. I feel like that is a huge motivator too. And the Stanford team, that's who I practice with every single day. They're all just such an amazing group of women, and you can really feel the positive energy that like radiates off of them. And they're just a really special team, and they help motivate me every single day, and they keep the sport fun.
Tori, I don't think viewers understand, like, you swam in 16 different races, like preliminary, semis, finals at the World Championships. That's a lot of races in a lot of different events. Like, I know you're still taking it, day by day, college season, but Paris is coming up. Obviously, that's the next Olympics. Is that the type of routine and as many events as that you want to swim in Paris? Is that the goal, or would you want to scale it back a little bit?
It depends how many events I qualify
Correct.
for.
Yep.
But if I were to qualify in as many events as I did again here, I would love to have that opportunity to represent the US in so many different events. It would be like a huge honor. So I would love to do that, but it obviously we just have to see what's in the cards. But I'll continue training hard, and my training will be very similar so that it prepares me in case I do have to do that again. But it's unknown for the future.
How encouraging is it though? You know, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the sweat equity over the last couple of years, and your times are dropping, you're getting better. That's got to be encouraging from your perspective to know what you're doing is working.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's part of the reason I do the sport, just so that you can like, it gives you tangible results to show that you're getting better and you're improving. And I really like that aspect of the sport. And yeah, that's a lot of the reason I do it. And it was a little bit scary this year since I was going to college and there was so much change. I wasn't sure if like the training would be super different, but like I just had to trust Greg, my coach, my new coach, and know that like he's coached really fast people before and he's led them to success, and that he can do the same for me. So I just like trusted the process from the very beginning, because I feel like doubts won't help you. So I just put my trust in him and that he would take me where I need to go.
I talked to Katie Ledecky last week, a couple weeks ago, just about her performance at the World Championships. And I asked her specifically about you, because the whole local connection, DMV, and she's incredibly impressed by you and says you have so much potential. To hear that from a Katie Ledecky, to kind of anoint you as maybe the future of swimming, in a sense, that you have a big, bright future. What is that like to hear that?
It's really cool, but I feel like now it's like I see her more of like as a friend almost. But it is really cool. Like, she's the greatest of all time. I don't think anyone can really argue about that. She's GOAT. So
she is. She is.
But it's really nice hearing that from her.
Does that push you kind of even harder to have, you know, she's a teammate, a friend, she's been there before, and to know and to say that she thinks you can kind of go down that path? How does that maybe motivate you and push you?
I feel like it helps sometimes to have affirmations from other people. So I guess that can sometimes help, as long as it's like positive affirmations from other people are really helpful. And she's just an amazing person and leader. She leads, I feel like, a lot by example. She just kind of does the work. She puts her head down, and you see like how her hard work pays off. And it's like, it's so clear. So I think in that way also, she's really good at setting an example and just being a leader.
So what's next for Tori? What's the next several months, year look like for you?
I don't know about like the super far future. I'm hoping to go to Worlds again in December. These are going to be in Australia. But right now, I just took a 2-week break, and then now I'm starting to get back into the rhythm of things. But it's going to be a little bit on and off for the summer. Like, I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, and then I'm going to the beach again for 2 weeks. So I don't know how much I'm going to be training around that time, but I'm trying to get back into shape now. It'll be a little bit up and down, but yeah, that's how.
Enjoy this kind of time to get those wisdom teeth out, have that ice cream, enjoy the beach. I know you'll have some time to kind of regroup and re-energize for the season at Stanford. I also wanted to talk to you about a fun event coming up on Sunday, August 24th, a little more than a month away. Kind of an appearance, autographs, pictures for the local community. It's going to be at the St. James, but there's kind of a mission behind it. You know, it's not just shake hands and kiss babies, but there's something you want to do. So explain kind of our viewers what's going on here.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I wanted to take a moment to talk about food insecurity. And this is when people don't have access to enough food to live an active and healthy lifestyle. And I first became this issue when I was really young, and my dad and I would make lunches and then distribute them to the homeless and the disadvantaged. So it's like a really relevant issue. And low-income families are often affected by a lot of overlapping issues that make it difficult sometimes to provide food. And this has only been exacerbated in 2020 by COVID and inflation. Yeah. So it's really relevant today. So I'm asking that everyone, if you do come to the signing, that you bring at least one non-perishable canned food item. And yeah, and that I'm hoping that if like, I know it's like a big issue, but I'm hoping that if we all pitch in, we can make a little bit of a difference.
That's great. And how rewarding is that to you? Because it's so awesome. Like I've known you, for a number of years when you're in high school, and now to see you kind of transition to a community ambassador and community outreach. I mean, it's awesome to see your growth in that regard, and explain kind of that side of, you were just a high school or a few years ago, and now you're trying to help the community in our region.
Yeah. I feel like I have to give back to the community. I mean, people who I don't know and who have only met me once have like done so much for me. So if you would like to come to the signing on July 24th, then I'm hoping that you can bring something with.
Is that the kind of the fun part of all this now, is where, you had role models growing up, and now the roles are reversed where you're the role model and people are wanting to come to meet you and take a picture with you. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's definitely weird to think about just because I never thought I would be on this end of things.
Yeah.
But I'm really grateful that I have so much support, and I'm hoping that hopefully I can like make a difference.
Awesome. Again, it's Sunday, August 24th, noon to 2 p.m.
It's July. 1 second.
So say that again.
Sorry, it's July 24th.
Oh, on my cheat sheet, I had August 24th. Okay.
My dad just came down and he was like, it's July.
Okay. Yes. The cheat sheet was wrong. So again, it's Sunday, July 24th, which is coming up, noon to 2 p.m. at the St. James. Again, if you go to the signing, please bring at least one non-perishable canned food item, and obviously you get to meet Tori and shake her hand and get a picture, and that's all for a good cause. Tori, always appreciate catching up with you, and can't wait to talk to you again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, much more to come right here on Toyota Sports Talk. Stay with us.
Scott,
There we go.